Hey guys, it's Chris Liggum, live here at Impact Performance and Fitness, and today I want to give you some tips on strength training, conditioning, and nutrition. Alright, so one of the things that we do here we're really good at is that we separate our strength training from our conditioning, and then we educate really simple tips to help people with nutrition. I believe somewhere along the lines of fitness and in this industry, a lot of people started making things really confusing for people, and people weren't able to actually figure out what exactly they were supposed to do. When you think of cardio, what do you usually think of? Ellipticals, treadmills, aerobic bikes. You know, a lot of people are on spin bikes or running long miles and wear and tear on their body. Our job is to actually help you get stronger, build lean muscle, and then burn fat. So using strength training, using conditioning, and simple tools to nutrition, we can allow people to get there a lot faster. So that's basically what we built a company on and built a reputation on, is allowing people to get from point A to point B faster than other people because we follow a simple system. Here we do strength training on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So we do full body workouts. The reason why is because I like training economy. I like being able to give people a lot of stuff to do in a little bit of time. So we break it up. We'll go our power. So we go, first of all, we spend about 20 minutes on our warm-up. So let's just go ahead and talk about that. We can do a whole video on warm-ups alone, but we spend about 20 minutes on our warm-up, and it consists of some prehab, some mobility drills, and then we'll go through a little bit of stretching, and we get into a little the TFW focus warm-up. I actually added that in there because it's really fun. It gets people fired up, ready to go for training, but it's also keeping your mind mentally sharp and you're prepared to go into your workout. Not enough people prepare before their workout. They kind of just go in, start throwing a bunch of weights around, and that's how you get injured. So before we even work out, we really take care of our body. So when we're talking about an hour session, if we're spending 20 minutes in the beginning just on warming up, right? Then we're spending about another 25 to 30 minutes just on our strength training, and then we do a little bit of conditioning, about 8 to 10 minutes at the end, and we stretch. And that's a workout. And I see that a lot of people are working out, doing strength training for about an hour and a half, and you're really doing more harm than any good. So we keep our workouts to about 45 minutes of real work time. All right? Helps your body from going into a catabolic effect. All right, number one, so it means you're breaking down muscle tissue after 45 minutes. We don't want that. We want you getting lean, and we want you getting stronger. So how we do it is we break up our workout after the warm-up. We do our strength training or our power work. So this is usually our heavy lifting, and we have progressive weeks. So the first week we're an intro. All right, this is so people can learn the movement, right? Because we've usually switched some kind of variation on a deadlift or a squat. So they have to learn the movement first, get comfortable with the movement. And then as the month goes on, they switch their load. So we usually go to 82% load. All right, then we usually go to about 87% load, and then we do about 92% load. So what happens is the rep schemes actually change. You're usually starting about 10 and 3. All right, 10 reps, 3 sets. Then we're going into 8 and 4s. Then we're going into 6 and 4s, and then we usually go about 3 for 4 sets. So 3 reps for 4 sets, that last one, and we're usually testing our 3RM too to see how much we can lift and set the appropriate loads for the next month. All right, so it's a lot of confusion going on in there, but it's really scientific, and it really works. All right, so that's our periodizing program. After we go through that, we usually go into a little bit of a power or upper body major. So, you know, we'll mix in some cleans depending on the person. It could be just kettlebell swings for power. Right? If they're really low deconditioned person, it might just be a ball slam. So we want to make sure that your program fits the person that you're working with. You shouldn't be doing Olympic lifting with somebody that's 60 years old with shoulder injuries or hip injuries or lack of mobility. That's very important. All right, we see that a lot of times. Simple power stuff could just be pushing a sled, right? It could be slamming balls into the wall. It could be rotating with a resistance band or a cable machine. All right, and mixing that with upper body major. So a heavy pull or a heavy push. So for example, in our program this month, we have clean and jerks, right? And then they have push-ups or chest press. So there is a rest period in between because we don't want them getting fatigued. They're working an upper body vertical and upper body horizontal in that one. And a lot of times we don't put those together, but just for this one, we advanced off of our clean, and now we're going into a second part of that power lift. After we go through that section, right? So that's our power and our upper body major. We then go into our accessory round. This is where we start tightening up on our weak links. So easier exercises, focusing on like your lower back, your traps, your scaps, hamstrings. We'll do some lunges, some single leg exercises of that nature, really focusing on strengthening the weaker muscles so that the first 2 rounds are actually better. So our squats and our deadlifts are better because our back is stronger, our lower back is stronger, or our traps are pulling or firing when we're doing our lifting on our cleans. Very, very important, because a lot of times people get injured in the scapular upper lat area because they're not strengthening those areas. So when they try and be explosive with a bar, right, their muscles aren't there, they're not able to produce that force, and they usually strain or sprain. So it's very important to make sure that you work on accessory work. You're only as strong as your weakest link. After that, we usually work with conditioning. So conditioning is very simple, guys, right? We're just moving, a lot of it's low weight, high intensity, or heavier weight, low intensity. So what I mean is, with our advanced clients, we use more strongman finishers, and with our lower level clients, we usually drop the weight and do a little bit more intensity. So you'll see a lot more rope slams, light kettlebell swings, maybe some sprints, some TRX rows, something simple, some body weight complexes, some body weight routines that we'll do, just follow down the sequence. Like today we're doing 20-30s. Today 20 seconds on one exercise, 30 seconds on the next, 20 seconds, and then follow through to rest and then do it over. We also can use complexes for more advanced clients. And a complex simply is just holding weight for a long period of time and putting it down. Right, doing different exercises in a sequence, usually about 3 to 5. Right, after that we go into our after workout stretches. So this literally goes through 1 hour. I just took you through a whole session right there. That's how a session is ran here at Impact. And then nutrition-wise, we just make sure that people are making easy steps, right? Multivitamins, if you don't get enough nutrition in with your vegetables, right? Fish oils are really good to help, right? Protein after your workout, can't stress that enough. All right, Dan John said it real simple for nutrition, right? Protein to get you big or get you lean, and vegetables to keep you healthy. If you're eating all the carbs and stuff, guys, you're storing fat, you're gaining fat. We don't want that. We just want you to be burning fat, so stick to protein diets. Less feet, the more, right? Less feet, the better it is for you. So fish don't have any feet, right? Chicken, turkey, that stuff only has 2 feet, right? And we start getting into pork and beef, it has 4 feet. So go down the chain. If it has less feet, the better it is for you. Stick with eating a lot of those, and then, you know, maybe mix in some beef once a week, right? You should maybe once a week, every 2 weeks. You don't really want to go too much with the 4-legged stuff. All right, stick to your chickens, your tunas, your salmon, your wild fish, fatty fish, right? Olive oil. You know, eliminate all the trans fats and stick to like the olive oil and vinaigrette for, you know. You can easily make a salad dressing. A little bit of olive oil, a little bit of balsamic vinaigrette, Parmesan cheese. Shake it real hard. Put it on a salad, like dark greens, mixed greens with some tuna fish. That's a great lunch. It's great for 2 hours after your workout. Stay simple, don't overthink it, right? Eat vegetables and protein, lift, and then do metabolic exercises. Those finishers usually fall in on those conditioning days. So we'll just do a bunch of finishers those days. So if you notice, we don't talk about long distance running here, right? We're not trying to break people down, we're only trying to build people up. So if you're doing long distance cardio, chances are you're doing some damage in the long term, or it stopped working for you. Make the switch. Start dedicating yourself to the weight room. Start doing some of these metabolic finishers. I'll post more videos on those, but that's just the start of fat loss, is strength and conditioning and nutrition. All right, thank you once again. It's Chris Lingham, Impact Performance and Fitness, with your nutrition and your exercise tip.